Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week we've changed the name to the Soluri No Guts, No Glory Hour. And in a moment, I'll explain to you exactly why that is. First of all, I want to say happy post-4th of July. Hope everybody had a great, safe, happy, fun 4th. Thank you to Rich Albano for an awesome party last night, by the way, Rich. We love you. Thanks. I just want to let my husband, Vinny, here speak for a moment. A lot of people have been wondering what happened to him. A lot of people seem to think that this is what happens when you don't take the garbage out like you should. But my husband's going to give you a quick explanation.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for all their good wishes, all their prayers they sent to me. I was helping a friend move. I was moving some glass. Coming down the stairs, got to the last step, didn't know there was one more. And that took the ground, hit my knee, broke the glass, 200 stitches across the forehead, 2 tendons, a nerve in the palm, a whole bunch of stitches. Yeah, a whole bunch of stitches, a little bit of rehab, hanging in tough. I just had to let everybody know that I was okay because Denise, Michelle, Sapienza, they told you just to watch so you would get the update. Thank you, everybody out there, for your wishes. I thank you very much.
Tonight we have a collaboration of 5 musicians, and then including myself. Amazing musicians tonight. We have George Fedden, who we'll get into a little bit more after the commercial break, what George does and why we're here. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Like so many people, are your finances tight lately? Afraid to open your mail or even answer your phone? Well, take heart. You don't have to live like that. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you can join the thousands of folks who have used safe and effective government-insured reverse mortgages. The government-insured reverse mortgages from Long Island's Senior Reverse Network allow you to stay in your home and turn equity into tax-free cash. Our government-insured reverse mortgages can eliminate mortgage payments, credit card balances, or just improve your lifestyle. Do yourself a favor and solve these problems now. Call the Senior Reverse Network, and our advisors will answer all of your questions about our reverse mortgage programs. We've helped scores of senior Long Island homeowners like you who now enjoy a worry-free retirement. Get the financial security and peace of mind you've dreamed about. Pick up the phone and call us at the Senior Reverse Network now to set up a free consultation.
Call 1-800-985-REVERSE. That's 1-800-985-7383.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 cup.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it.
Faster.
You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in.
Oh! Don't even think about it!
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hour. Famous name brands.
We sell Gardol.
We sell AMSAC.
The new ANSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best, locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
Hi, and welcome back to the Soluri No Guts, No Glory Hour. Tonight, our guests are special guests. I'll introduce them one by one. We have guitar George Fedden, who is here tonight. He makes these amazing acrylic guitars. They're in the Hall of Fame. He'll get into all that and explain everything. We have Lenny Campanelli. He's going to rip up the guitar tonight, as well as Mike Gervasi to his right, who will also do some ripping of the guitar. We have John Orlett, a.k.a. Peppy, who's going to be banging those drums, and we have Joe Vecchio on bass. Good evening, guys. How you all doing?
Doing
Janet,
good.
Vin.
Awesome.
Janet, Vinny, it's a hot day in July.
It totally is. It's hot here in the Mad House. So if anything mad comes out of our mouths, you know it's for two, because we are in the Mad House, and it's July 5th, and it's a scorcher. So anything goes here, guys.
Oh, before we get going, we have another little special guest here tonight. This guy's going to be hanging out with us tonight. This is George. He was rock and roll.
Yeah, and, you know, I guess if you're going to have some kind of an injury and you got something funky like this, you might as well dress it up.
Yeah, I couldn't let this band just stay like this, so, you know.
Hey, George.
You might get out of line and ask some questions, guys.
He's George and he's George.
Just feel free to answer.
Okay.
This is little George.
Hey, how are you?
Not that they look anything alike, but there you go. There's your namesake.
There you go.
So, George Fedden, guitar George Fedden.
Janet.
I want you to tell our audience here, and I know there's a lot of musicians watching tonight, tell us about your amazing guitars.
Well, I was inspired by the rock and roll that we all grew up with. And I remember as a kid having a poster in my room of Keith Richards playing a Dan Armstrong guitar. And if anyone knows, he's the godfather of the acrylic guitars. He manufactured them here in Edison, New Jersey in the early 70s. And I'm an acrylic artisan. I've been working with plexiglass now. This is my 40th year.
Oh, wow.
I've always been, you know, impressed with guitars. I love them. Been around them my whole life. And I started building probably around the mid-90s. And what you see here, this blue and clear guitar here is actually a lamp oil and a water inside the body. And I was commissioned by ESP Guitars in late '96 to build two for the '97 NAMM show in Anaheim. And I did. And those two went to Kurt Hammett and Metallica. And I later found out in February of this year that the first one's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And the one here with the maple neck is the 76th guitar that I built in these last 15 years, 16 years now.
76?
That's the 76th guitar. That's the 8th model like you see here. And as you can see, there's many models.
Yeah,
I'm an artist and I could
Now,
were
you working with acrylic before building the guitars, or did you start off
building
the guitars with acrylic?
At a high school, when I turned 16, I got a job in an art gallery and started working with acrylic framing, cases for artifacts, which led to functional sculptures and furniture and banisters and such. And being an artist, I could make anything with this stuff.
Right.
My best ideas come from insomnia at night and working out the logistics of what you need to. And
being that you have rock and roll running through your veins, like
yeah,
you did
yes,
your whole,
yes,
you know,
yes.
your entire life.
Music and art is my blood flow. Chuck Berry would say poetry is, and God bless him. You know? You know? And I'm inspired by people playing them. You know, I never achieved the status of a great player myself. I don't consider myself a musician, but I'm a builder of this.
Amazing.
And in my opinion, no one could touch me in this level where I'm at with it.
You're untouchable, kid. You definitely are.
Yeah.
So we need to just rephrase that then. You're really the untouchable guitar George Fedden.
No,
I didn't bill you with
I
that,
think
and
I've been called bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
I don't know, Gene, is he the untouchable? Incredible?
Lenny, you've played these guitars?
Yeah, I believe one of the first ones George made, I collaborated with him. I'm going to play it a little bit later. Just an incredible guitar. we kind of did a take on a Stratocaster, utilizing the technique of turning a guitar upside down, aka Jimi Hendrix, because your treble pickup would now be spun the other way, and of course your headstock would be upside down, shortening your high E string and lengthening your low E string, which has an effect on, I believe, tone and feel of the guitar. And we came up with, what was the model number?
JH1.
JH1.
It's over there in the corner. We'll see it later.
Like an R2D2. JH1 over
Nothing
there.
like
A lot
it,
louder,
but
though.
okay.
Jimi Hendrix number one.
A lot louder. Jimi Hendrix number one.
Jimi Hendrix
Great
number
guitar.
1.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Len, that guitar was made in July of '96.
There you go.
That's right. I made 2 of them.
July 96.
Can
Yeah.
we say July 18th? Can we give it a date? Because that's my birthday. Let's say it was born,
Like
like myself, on July 18th.
BOD is 7/18. Yeah.
There
you go.
Thank you.
7/18.
That's great.
And the body on the guitars are solid acrylic, so they resonate, but they're so solid, quite a bit heavier. They rival any Les Paul anywhere, but because they're so solid, they resonate a lot, and they sound great. They play great.
Yeah, well, they're impressive to even look at. I obviously am not a guitarist, so I don't know, but I watched you guys play them, and it's kind of thrilling. Mike G?
Yeah, we had some fun over when I was introduced to George, just going through his collection. So, having handled so many guitars throughout my lifetime as a musician, it was a treat. So the workmanship is really exemplary. It's just, to feel the neck, look at the quality of the woods used in the neck, to complement the bodies of the guitars, the different colors, the shapes.
Yeah.
Even so some of the shapes are very standard, they're still unique.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
I had a ball. You should show me guitars any day
Well,
of the week.
it was funny because I met both George and Len here one night at the studio when we were prepping to start our show. And as soon as I met them, I don't know if you guys remember, I said, you have to meet the guitarist in my band, Mike. I mentioned your name. One of you said, sounds familiar, I think, George. And, in the music industry, a lot of times, people know each other. And I was finally able to connect you guys together, and we went over George's house that night. And I knew, with the extensive history you guys have with guitars, the knowledge of, which I know nothing of, just let you guys go. And Vinny and I sat back and just watched this collaboration of guitar knowledge just flow. And it turned into hours.
Fun.
Where Mike, we started in one room, we wound up in another room, then we wound up in the kitchen, and then Mike was like, I really got to go. He owns a business, he's got to get going for tomorrow. About an hour and a half later, he took 3 steps towards the door. Wait, that's a song almost, right? And the conversation continued probably another
Give me 3 steps.
2 hours or so.
We wound up leaving before Mike.
We left, and he said, I better call Mike and say, dude, you got to get home. But it was great. I knew you guys would click. And so what happened was we put the band together, and we also asked our longtime dear friend, John Olette, who I call Peppy. We call Peppy, so I'm going to call you Peppy tonight. For those of you who know him as John, that's all good. And Len introduced us to Joe Vecchio, who is an amazing bass player. So we collaborated, and we put this band together, which we'll play some stuff for you later. But we decided our name is called the Acrylic Blues Band, right, guys?
There you go.
So that's what we are. So you got to look for us. But we're going to play some stuff later. But Vinny, you want to throw a question their way?
Well, I want to ask, is there other instruments? Do you make a bass guitar? Is it just guitars?
No, I made a couple of basses, and I've made a few guitars, wood body guitars, double neck guitars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
A dear friend in the business. I built 3 double neck guitars, one lefty and 2 righties, and that would be 67 acrylic guitars and 3 wood guitars, and the 6 that I still have here. And
now you sell these, right?
Oh yeah, I sell them. Yeah.
Do you make them custom for people? Could they order a special color?
They can order anything they can think of, and I could make it.
How does one get one?
How does one get one? Well, we have a Facebook site set up. I have some cards, and it's acrylic guitars by George at gmail.com. I hope that's the right number. You know, I'm not as
Oh, no,
computer
it better
literate
be.
as I am guitar. Yeah.
If
I
not, you
hope-
could stay tuned and always get on our site.
We'll
and you can
nail
on
that
our show
down.
site and you can
But
find
you
it.
know what? I'm a builder, and when I look at these and I say what brought me to this point, you know, you have imagination, and imagination is greater than knowledge. Thank you, Albert Einstein.
Yes.
Okay.
That is true.
It comes from the heart. It comes from the mind, what you think of, and then it comes out of the hands. So that's what an artist is, you know. And I've been very humbled by what I do. I love building these things. You know, I can play some chords, I can play some notes. It doesn't make me a musician, but what I can do here, I haven't seen anyone come close to what I do. You know,
I would think
I dig it.
I think it's amazing. I mean, when I met you and I saw your stuff, Andre LaSalle was here actually on
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah.
Marr's show.
I
And
love
that's when
Andre.
I first saw it. I was definitely impressed. I would think, though, creating anything like this, it's so hard to part with. Like if I make a cake for a bake sale,
It is hard
please
to
don't,
part
don't
with.
take it. No.
It is. These are my babies, and you know, I develop a relationship
Yeah, I
with
would
them.
think,
You know, and I've slept with a few guitars. I have.
No way.
Yeah.
Actually, the one with the liquid in it is like kind of like a lava lamp. If you pick it up and shake it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'll show you. You know, the oil is lighter than the water, but you know, if you get a good picture of that,
that's just so cool.
Is that the one you
very
slept
cool.
with?
That's the one
don't
I
know.
would sleep
No,
with.
this-
I don't know about you guys.
This one doesn't have the
Not.
F-hole. I didn't sleep with this one, no.
Yeah, if you slept with that one, Lenny's not going to play.
I think the other one's scary to sleep with, though, the real rigid one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forget what you call
the
that.
sharp one, the
Yeah.
flame guitar we
That-
call the
that-
mutilator.
That one I would definitely not sleep with.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
time I played was
I'm with
actually
you on
fun.
that, Mike.
And by the way, that one is bullet resistant. You know, maybe if Dimebag, God bless his soul, if he had one, maybe he'd
There
still
you
be
go.
with us,
Bullet
you know?
resistant. Nice. Maybe you can make an acrylic drum set.
Well, you know, they've been done before.
Actually,
They certainly have.
Peppy, I've known you, Peppy, probably since we were about 16. We're the same age, right? I
No
grew up in
way.
Lindenhurst. Vinny grew up in Copaig, and I got together with a bunch of guys that played, and that's how I met Vinny and a bunch of people through my girlfriend, Linda Pepitone. Love you, Lynn.
Thanks for the ride.
And Peppy and I go way back, and we jammed, right, in garages and on some stages way, way, way back. And we lost touch, and thank you to Facebook. We reunited probably about 5 years ago. And Peppy, I was so glad to hear you're still doing your thing. I was still doing my thing, and I'm thrilled to know that we're back together. We've done a couple of benefits with my band Sheetrock and your band at the time, which was Back Alley. And now to be playing like this together, Peppy, after 30 years or so, yeah. And all,
to throw this together and all the other shows that we've done together, it's a blast.
definitely. What's your favorite music to play? I mean, we all grew up loving classic rock, but you do everything.
If I had my choice, I would be playing Aerosmith, Zeppelin.
Classic rock.
If a
Yeah,
band
I'm
called
with
me
you.
tomorrow and needed a fill-in for AC/DC, Judas Priest, I'd do that. If they needed a Stevie Ray Vaughan fill-in, I'd be doing that. So rock is just music that I've grew up with, or we've grown up
Right.
with, and it's been great.
Well, I'm with you on that. I mean, that's all my favorite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If I could do it every day of my life until the day I die. You know, Mike knows. I keep saying, let's do some
God
Zeppelin.
bless.
Let's
Yeah.
do
Not
some
just
Your
it's not-
bucket
it's
list?
Not just playing it; it's listening to it,
Yeah.
going out, seeing the shows,
Mhm.
getting people together. I mean, that's really what's special about it.
Yeah.
So
And also supporting local musicians, right? Like
You have to
any one of
support
you
the arts.
guys, you're in a band. Vinny and I try to support all our friends. Sometimes we can't get out. There's other plans. But at some point, we get to see everybody. And you know what? Everyone,
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about here, especially on the island. There are so many talented musicians. Tommy Marr knows. Tommy, you know, you're a musician your whole life. We all have to come and support each other. And whether it's your genre of music or not, you go and you support. And that's why we do it. We love it. And Joe, we just met, like I said, through Len.
Last week.
That's right. And I feel like I've known you for a long time. You're an amazing bass player. We left that night
appreciate that.
after the jam, and we just said, wow. Vinny and I looked at each other and said, that guy's good.
Thank you.
You just meld right in. So I know you were away from it for a while?
Well, gigging, I've been away from it for about 13 years now. But whenever Lenny calls me, I don't ask questions. And I know it's going to be good. It's going to be a good scene, and I get to go out here and there, and like we got together last week and tonight.
Right.
It's a great
Well, you got to know that when Lenny calls, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that.
It's going to be fun.
When Lenny calls about music, it's going to be fun. Any other phone call is scary.
This is true.
Well, it almost sounded like
Joe,
Lenny's
you
the
got your
enforcer.
chops,
When Lenny
yeah.
calls, you go. Oh, okay. No, but it's
You got the motts. Lenny got the motts.
He got the motts. But so now, I had asked you last week, 13 years, and you've been away from it. Do you want to...
Running a business.
Running a business.
That's, you know.
But do you feel the urge now after we jammed last week and we had fun
I
that you
always
kind
have the
of...
urge.
But you think you'll maybe work your way back into it now? Maybe get back into the scene and, you know...
Let's hope so.
Yeah, because this
That's my plan.
acrylic blues band thing, I'm thinking, yeah, it's a nice little,
Well,
you know...
Joe and I were supposed to start a band, and we were rehearsing with a couple of people at the house, you know, getting it tight to just get into the studio and start it. And we were supposed to play the first week in November. I have to tell you, Sandy took care of that, you know, so that all went by the wayside, and just then the holidays happened, and just everybody's got their own stories about that, but it was a bit of a nightmare, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll play with Joe anytime.
Yeah.
We have a great time together.
Well, listen, we're going to cut to a commercial. We're going to come back with a story. I want to talk to Lenny about a story about Eric Clapton. Funny story. I want you all to hear. But we'll be right back with our guests.
When your cable's on the fritz, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, your daughter imitates. When your daughter imitates, she gets thrown out of school. When she gets thrown out of school, she meets undesirables. When she meets undesirables, she ties the knot with undesirables. And when she ties the knot with undesirables, you get a grandson with a dog collar. Don't have a grandson with a dog collar. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When you pay too much for cable, you throw things. When you throw things, people think you have anger issues. When people think you have anger issues, your schedule clears up. When your schedule clears up, you grow a scraggly beard. When you grow a scraggly beard, you start taking in stray animals. And when you start taking in stray animals, you can't stop taking in stray animals. Stop taking in stray animals. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional... What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it!
I'm sexy and I know it.
Aye.
Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body. I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Hi, and welcome back to the Soluri No Pain, No Glory Hour. I just want to start off thanking George for being here with his guitars. I want to show him that, you know, I used to build guitars too.
He did.
That's
true.
I actually brought one of my old guitars that I built back in the day.
I would like to say, George, we're not trying to show you up,
No,
but really,
come
this is a talent he's had since he was a child. And,
I think I built it for my daughter. It was for third grade.
Oh.
It's a classic Cheerios
Cool.
guitar.
Excellent.
Cool.
Nice
twang,
sheetrock screws and rubber bands.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the
so,
shit.
you
So,
know-
I used to be a builder myself. And they don't sell very well. They don't sound too good.
Yeah, but the Cheerios taste good.
But she got an A on her project, so
There you go.
it worked.
There you go. You know,
You just blew her cover. Told everybody you made it for her.
She's 23 now.
You know,
Oh, good.
I want to say this because I have the books on so many pieces. In 1970, a guitar builder in England built one out of a Kellogg's cornflakes box, and it went to the guitarist from Fairport Convention. It's in the Ultimate Guitar Book, the Tony Bacon book.
Was it a working functional guitar?
It was a working functional guitar, and kids, if you're listening, I love Life cereal. Mikey does too.
Mikey likes it.
Right,
That's
and I will build a Life cereal
Give it the mic.
guitar.
Give it the mic.
Really?
Okay, and I'll encase the box in acrylic so it'll sustain
Awesome.
handling and such.
So you heard that right here for the first time.
You did.
It's
So
gonna
it's
happen.
coming up.
It's been in my head for a while. It'll come out.
I have a question. I'm going to go through each of you.
Okay.
I don't know who I'm going to give more time. I'll start with you. Okay.
Oh.
Bucket list. Give me 2 things off a bucket list. If I don't know if you have a bucket list. I actually don't have one yet, but
Damn, I think I've done just about everything in life, and I guess doing a cross-country trip with the motorcycle would be cool.
okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, because you
Right.
ride. Yeah.
Right, and maybe to be with every girl I ever thought about at the same time. Within a 24-hour period.
Wow,
of
that's
course.
pretty demanding on yourself. There.
Yeah. Well, I'll rest up for that one.
You're going to have to build something else out of acrylic.
Len, you have a bucket list?
I have a bucket list. I've been thinking about it pretty much lately because of some health concerns. And it's pretty short, but I think it would work for me. I'd like to get a lot older, gracefully and healthily. Always. I believe quality over quantity any day.
Right.
And I'd like to own a couple of horses again.
Oh, nice. You
And
did own horses at one time?
Yeah, I used to have horses years ago. Then we had kids. Sometimes I thought I should have stuck to horses, but I love my kids. I do. And I've got friends in my life right now who are encouraging me to do this because they might be able to help me own a couple of horses again.
There you go.
And,
you turn your horses into hogs, huh?
well, yeah, I ride motorcycles, and that is strictly a substitute, the steel pony for the flesh pony. So,
Nice.
Well,
like to get back there again.
I hope someday you do, and we'll definitely come and maybe ride them someday.
Absolutely. That's what they're for.
Mike Gervasi, bucket list?
Somebody asked me this question recently, and I had an answer for it. And I guess it still stands. I would love, for one night, just to have the opportunity to sit in for a song on a gigantic stage like Madison Square Garden or someplace with one of my, idol bands and just sit in and play a song with them.
That's pretty cool.
Because, a lot of the guitar players in a lot of popular bands over the years, they kind of suck.
Who would be an
Some of
idol
them.
band?
What?
Who would be one of the idol bands?
Well, one would be Kansas.
Kansas.
Another would be Rush.
Wow.
And I would love the other one to be Dream Theater, but
Yeah,
I could never be John Petrucci.
I knew
I
that
could see you sitting side by side with Peter Frampton.
And Peter Frampton would go on that list too, because
I
he's
knew
one of
that.
my all-time favorites.
Great, happy guitar, very happy man now.
Peppy?
Well, we went and seen him. We had a
Actually,
great night.
Mike kind of stole my thunder on that.
You could say the same thing.
No, really.
Listen, when you're in this
hey,
business,
you
know.
see the video of
not
the Billy
so-
Joel concert, and he pulls a kid up out of there, and the kid sits in singing. If Joey Kramer went down sick in an Aerosmith show and they needed somebody to finish up the set, oh my goodness, I would love to be up there.
There you
know,
go.
Put me in one of those situations, I would love it.
Well, I can guarantee you, Dominic Miniacci and Parker would be at that show.
Yeah, as well as we would as
We've
well.
been to over a dozen of them, but doing something like that, your 5 minutes, 30 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
When you get to chance to meet some of these great musicians that you've been listening to for years, I mean that's an honor. You almost don't know what to say to them. But if I had an opportunity to sit in, I'm not a bucket list guy or a vision board. To be able to retire healthy, family, go traveling, play my music.
Play some golf. I know you're a
I
golfer.
have to play golf.
Yeah, I know
It's a
that.
weird situation, music and then golf. It's like, who are you?
It's okay,
but,
huh?
but that's great. That's who I am. And,
Alice Cooper's a scratch golfer. You know?
That's right.
Right.
he
Willie-
is.
Willie
And
Nelson, too.
Really?
Maybe I'll strike
Willie
up
Nelson.
a conversation. He'll
Music
need to
and
fill
golf.
in for a
Come
show.
in on the 5.
You never
And
know.
that's it. But yeah, I would love that.
Well,
Joe?
Love that.
I don't have to be with any of my idols, but just to get back into playing Long Island bands, playing in a kick-ass blues band regularly, that would be it.
You're halfway
There you
there.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
halfway there.
If I could hit the lottery also,
That would
Put
help.
that in the
Yeah,
book.
right,
It's
right.
That
not
always
a paying
helps.
game,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
can pretend we're getting
It's
paid.
not?
Yeah.
No, that's it. You're leaving?
I want to add to my bucket list, but you know, I'll let it go.
I
You got a big bucket.
It just
Yeah,
it
big
just
bucket.
struck a quick memory when Mike said, you know, playing with your idol. Probably about 2 years ago, Vin and I and a couple of friends went to go see Stevie Nicks and Rod Stewart. And Vin and our friend Rich Albano were sitting up like in the 200s, and myself, Linda Pepitone, Jennifer Mazer, Jen's mom, we were on the floor because Kevin got us right down by the stage. And we were like 8 rows from the stage. Now Rod Stewart came out, and everybody knows that Rod Stewart kicks tons of soccer balls. He's got his side stage guys throwing.
It keeps him
Well,
young.
we were right under the big giant speaker that comes off the ceiling, and Rod was trying to get a ball straight across to the other end of the garden, and he got under it too much, and it actually flipped up, hit the speaker. I happened to be looking up, waving to Vin and my friend Rich, when the ball hit the speaker, came crashing down right on my head. He texts me, "Did you just get hit with the ball?" The ball bounced off of me, hit Jennifer's mother. She fell to the ground. I got a concussion, wound up in the hospital the next day, and everyone said to me, "Oh my God, you should have sued Rod Stewart." I said, "You know what? Yeah, that would be great, but I love the guy, and my first thought wouldn't be to sue. I'm okay, I'm healthy, everything's good, my brain's still intact." Well, that could be, you know.
His intentions were good.
What I would have wanted was for him to let me get up there on stage and do a song with him. And that
Well.
would have been my glory moment to, you know.
I tell you what, I would
Maybe
have
he'll
sued
see
him
this.
just for doing all those stupid standards he's doing now. That asshole.
Thank you.
No.
Torch
Jerk
songs.
off. You should have sued him.
But his old
No.
stuff is great.
Wake
I
the
still,
fuck
I
up.
still
You
would
know.
hear
Can't beat
him.
old classic.
You know what? Let the man grow into himself. He's still
Yeah.
growing. He's still
That's all.
great.
Yeah.
All those crazy rumors from the 60s and 70s about him.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had half the tale he landed, you know.
Yeah.
Is that
And all
true?
the
Yeah.
rumors about him being gay.
Yeah,
I remember
Rod
that.
used to say,
Yeah.
y'all wish you could score
That was back
what I
about
scored.
78, 79. And I actually remember we were
right.
hanging down at Tanner Park back in those days, like we did every night, drinking beer, throwing frisbee, doing a bone or two. And I remember Vinny actually sticking up for him. He said, "I don't care what he did, he's still great." You know, back in those days, too.
I was
Music
always a
strong.
Rod Stewart fan. I thought it was great.
Not that it makes you a
I'm
bad
with
person.
Mike. I'm with Mike. I'm not too
Not to say there's anything
hip
wrong
on
with
the
that.
stuff that he's copying and doing, but I like his old stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, you know, you watch musicians as they, you know, they evolve.
Yes.
Exactly.
All
No
good, all
doubt.
musicians evolve. That is a form reversal. That's not an evolution, in my opinion. That's all. To me, it was like, you know, our keyboard player Barry and his wife Barbara went to
Right.
see Linda Ronstadt at
Recently,
Westbury.
or-
This is within the
that-
last decade.
Oh, okay.
And they went to see the show, and it was billed as like the best of Linda Ronstadt. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know exactly how it was billed. And everybody bought tickets expecting her to sing her hits. And she started doing, I don't know, what crap was she into then? She made another form
I just said to
reversal,
Vinny,
too.
like last
At
week,
that
she
time,
fell off the face of the earth.
Everybody
That's
walked
so funny
out.
you mentioned her.
Everybody walked out. And there was some dialogue. I mean, you could probably look this up. There was some dialogue with the audience about the fact that she was indignant about the fact that I'm going to do this. She said something verbally to the audience. It's just, you know, people pay
Yeah.
money to go see you do a certain thing. You perform your show.
Well, especially
Yeah,
after
but-
somebody from that long ago, you kind of connected to that. So it kind of brings back, it jars all these memories, and it brings you back to the time when you loved that person and what they did, I would think. So maybe people were disappointed. But Len, you have...
On the other hand, I'm probably one of the few people on this panel old enough to remember seeing Jimi Hendrix in person. I saw Jimmy in person, and when you saw Jimmy, you wanted to hear those hits. But Jimmy was so bored with what he was doing, by the time you got round to seeing him, Jimmy was on to something new. So you had to sit there and be assailed by something you didn't know, and you were just subject to it, and it was just off the hook. It was invariably killer. You know,
Yeah.
Jimmy was
You know
just
Well,
another level.
I was going to say, that's a whole nother level.
Right.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
see Jimmy do anything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Hit,
But-
no hit, Played with
Oh,
the
man.
guitar.
Well, listen.
The time span was 3.5 years.
We're going to have to, I know we're going
Yeah.
to have to bring Lenny back to get that Eric Clapton story because we have to take a commercial break and then we're going to come back and do the Acrylic Blues Band jam thing.
Cool.
So, Lenny, we'll have to have you back next time for that story. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
Time's going very
Stay
quick.
tuned. We'll be right back with the Acrylic Blues.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. You know, soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
So then I said, Mr. Prime Minister, I'm flattered that you love chocolate, but I'm here strictly in a professional. What's wrong with him?
He thinks you're naked.
My shell is brown. It just looks like my milk chocolate is showing. Only a fool would think I'd actually show up naked.
So it's that kind of party. Hit it.
I'm sexy and I know it. Aye. Look at that body. Look at that body. Look at that body. I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go give me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out, I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Old Spice body spray will make you feel so powerful to blow your mind right in front of your face. Goodbye. Oh no! Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Spice body spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power! Old Spice body spray can change a regular smelling man into a man who smells like power!
Now, how is this? Wow, you know what? I actually do feel more powerful.
Potato chips! Power! It's me.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it.
Faster.
You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in.
Oh, don't even think about it.
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hour. Famous name brands.
We sell Gardol.
We sell AMSAC. The new AMSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
Hi, and welcome back to the Soluri No Guts, No Glory Hour. We're about to play some music for you. We are the Acrylic Blues Band, the new Acrylic Blues Band. And just very quickly, I want to say that Mike Gervasi is playing Sylvia 69, which is one of Guitar George Fedden's creations.
It's also the guitar that he named after Sylvia because of 69.
Oh, no. Okay. It's internet. You can say anything. Here we go. I'm tore down, I'm almost level with the ground. Yeah, I'm tore down, I'm almost level with the ground. Well, I feel like this when my baby can't be found. Well, I went to the river to jump in. My baby showed up and said, I will tell you where I'm tore down. I'm almost level with the ground. Well, I feel like this when my baby can't be found. Well, I love you, babe, with all my heart and soul. I love it like mine will never grow. I love you in the morning, in the evening too. Every time you leave me, I can never be. Well, I'm tore down, I'm almost level with the ground. Well, I feel like it's when my baby can't be found. Well, I love you, babe, with all my might. A love like mine is out of sight. I lie for you if you want me to. I really don't believe that your love is true. When I'm tore down, I'm almost level with the ground. Well, I feel like this when my baby can't be found. Well,
can't be found. Hey.
Thank you. I'm in a phone booth, baby. Number scratched on the wall. I'm in a phone booth, baby. Number scratched on the wall. I'm new here in Deer Park. Got no one left to call. Been walking all day. Oh, friends I can't find. Heart so cold, had to buy me some wine. Calling you, baby, took my very last dime. Yeah, my I'm in a phone booth, baby. Number scratched on the wall. I'm in a phone booth, baby. Number scratched on the wall. I'm new in Chicago. Got no one else to call. Said call Big Rita anytime, day or night. Well, you know I'm broke and I'm cold, baby, and I hope you'll treat me right. I'm in a phone booth, baby, cold winds right outside. Thank you. Thank you. That's oh, okay. I know what we're doing. That was actually a Albert King song done by quite a few guys. That was the Robert Cray version. But here's another one for you. This is an old blues tune covered by just about everybody called 5 Long Years. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you ever been mistreated? You know what I'm talking about. Have you ever been mistreated? You know just what I'm talking about. I worked 5 long years for one woman. She had the nerve to kick me out. I got a job in a steel mill, shucking steel like a slave. 5 long years every Friday I came home with all my pay. Have you ever been mistreated? You know just what I'm talking about. I worked 5 long years for one woman. She had the nerve to put me out. Learned my lesson. I should a long time ago. Next woman that I marry, she's gonna work and bring me the dough. Have you ever been mistreated? You know just what I'm talking about. I worked 5 long years for one woman. She had the nerve. She had the nerve. She had the nerve. She had the nerve to put me out. Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Fabulous. We're going to close up with one more song for you guys. We are the Acrylic Blues Band. And once again, Guitar George Fedden, thank you so much for bringing your amazing creations for us to play and showcase.
I got the Jimi Hendrix one. This is the one we were talking about.
We're going to leave you with a Kenny Wayne Shepherd tune, which I've always loved, so that's why we're doing it.
It even holds its tune in the case, ladies and gentlemen. Guaranteed not to ring, stain, bubble up, or sweat.
Key A.
playing the blues, son. That's right. 1, 2.
Here we go. Walk from the ashes, out of the flame. Keeps getting stronger, like a slow rolling train. Watch it run, while the good die. Yeah. I'm burning like a shooting star, born with a broken heart. Off in the distance, I'm calling my name. I took me a ride on a slow rolling train. Watch it run. It seems that the good die. Yeah. Playing on that sad guitar, with a broken heart. Yeah. Burning like a shooting star, born with a broken heart. Was over before it begun. Killed by a bullet from a six-string gun. Bang the drum. Why do the good die? Yeah. Riding in a long black car, with a broken heart. Whoa. Playing on that sad guitar, with a broken heart. Yeah, burning like a shooting star, with a broken heart. Yeah! No Glory Hour. Want to thank Guitar George Fenton, Mike Travasi, Joe Vecchio, John Orlett, and Len Campanelli. Thank you guys. Stay tuned next week. Same
Thank
place,
you.
same time. We
Thank
love
you guys. Thank you,
Good night.
Madhouse.
Good night.